All right. I finally finished this freaking series. This is 5 seasons. All right. And I had to watch other stuff. So that's probably why it took me so long. But 5 seasons it is. And I got to say, the first few seasons did hold up to my memory of what I thought this show was. So seasons 1 through 3, I 100% would recommend. I think it's good sci-fi TV, good like apocalyptic alien invasion. It's good. After that, it does start to go downhill a little bit because you start to see the repetition of storylines of somebody getting kidnapped. Then boom, we're going to derail the fight because I got to go rescue my kid, right? Like it just seems like the same storylines kept popping up over and over again, just with, not even really different people, but different antagonists in a sense. But outside of that, the character growth with, I don't even want to say character growth, but the character storylines were good. The only complaint I could actually have would be like two things. And this is story related. One, the Masons, Tom Mason right here and his kids seemed untouchable. And I know a lot of stuff happens to them, but there is no real sense of danger. Like, that they are going to survive whatever it is that happens to them. If his son gets kidnapped, Tom is going to go rescue his son. Or Ann is going to go rescue his son. Like, there just never seemed a time where I was like, dang, their life is on the line. They're not going to make it out of this, right? Even when I thought, I can't remember all their names right now, but the oldest son, even when I thought the oldest son might finally kick the bucket in season 4, maybe, I think, no, he survives it. And I say that's one of the things that I didn't like, but what I did like was the fact that one of my favorite characters, Pope, he started off as an antagonist, joins the team, and then is somewhat a anti-hero in a sense, to where sometimes he's with them, but he's causing problems. But you can kind of still count on him to get things done. He calls it out all the time. He's like, Mason, you're being treated like a hero, but you're being treated like you're so much above everybody else that like all your needs come first. And that if anything happens to your family, the whole mission to save the earth is put on hold so that you can rescue your family, your kids. Meanwhile, everybody else who's dying, we have to push on with the mission. We have to say our goodbyes and have our funerals and just, there's no stopping to go save them. And he was right. Like, my whole sentiment watching this show, now that I'm rewatching it again, I liked Tom Mason and his family, and the general. He ended up being a general later on, I believe. But I liked them. They were good characters, but they were above it all. They just felt like they just talked like they just knew so much better, and that their morality was so much better. Meanwhile, everybody else is dying too. Like, everybody's family is being lost. Just because your family is being caught up every time in the middle of this don't mean that you can just stop everything just to save your family at the risk of other people's lives, which he consistently did. And I hated the way that other characters kind of just brushed it off and was like, oh, well, it's Tom. Oh, he's a leader. No. So if you can't tell, Pope was my favorite character in the show. I feel like they did him dirty. They did my boy dirty with his ending. All right. But other than that, I will say, and I'm going to go into detail on Pope because that's what really this whole video is about. It's about Pope. But the actual plot line for this was good. They continuously added new elements to it, where it be other aliens who are in this intergalactic war with the aliens that are trying to take over Earth. Boom. We got new, not adversaries, we got new teammates in the war, new allies in the war, right? So I like that. I like them basically breaking out of camps to get away, using different technologies to fight back. It was a lot of internal fights, I'll say, because at one point we get Tom's daughter with Anne, who happens to be half alien with the aliens that have been invading, and they're trying to use her as a weapon. So I'm like, this plot line is a little weird, but it's alien sci-fi. I'm gonna keep pushing with it, right? That's season 4, and like I said, that's when you kind of start to see it go downhill. But for me, I gave it some grace because I'm like, they're still somewhat coherent in storytelling. I don't feel like they backtrack too much on certain elements. It wasn't until season 5 where we're getting closer to the end of the war that I'm just like, yeah, they're speeding through this. Like there's no I want to say there's no exposition, and that's what it was. I'm like, things are not adding up. Y'all are not moving at the pace that I would have expected y'all to in seasons 1 through 3, the character developments and everything. And this is where my problem comes in. Season 5, Pope. They completely have Pope become a villain, a full-on antagonist again. Y'all don't understand how angry that makes me, because when you watch him from season 1 to season 3 and his change, he should have been a hero. He should have been what Tom is, because you watch this man going from there is no hope in the world, I just got to kill aliens and then that's going to be it, I got to take and live for myself, to, oh, I'm a part of the second mass now. I'm going to go on these dangerous missions to make sure that these people survive and that we have the world survive, humanity survive. Like, he starts to change. I'm not saying that he was a good or perfect person. He was, still aggravating. You know what I'm saying? He still got on people's nerves. But at least he was willing to do the risky things that needed to be done in order to kill the aliens and have everybody survive. He finally gets somebody, a love interest of his own, because everybody else kept getting love interests, but he finally got a love interest of his own. And I'm like, oh my goodness, now he has even more to live for than the second mass. Even talks of like children in the future. Like, I'm like, Pope, this is your time to shine. We're basically about to get a second Tom Mason, and we about to destroy these aliens, you know what I'm saying? But no, it just couldn't be that simple. We get into a situation where Pope's girl, I can't remember her name, he has to leave her behind because she's stuck in something and he can't get her out himself. He has to go get help. And the beef that him and Tom have, generational, right? But at least I can't even get the name right. At least Pope would stop and do what needs to be done to make sure that Mason's sons were saved. At least he would do what needs to be done to make sure that Tom wasn't overthrown. He would do what's needed for Tom's plan to succeed. He will end up saying, he even said to his girl, no, you don't understand. We got to stick with the Masons. He wants to see the end of this war. Like, so to see Pope throw away his pride and come to Mason and say, hey, Tom, my girl is stuck. She saved your life twice this season. She saved you and your family twice this season. We have to take the one working car to get there quick enough to save her life. Tom's like, we'll double back for her. We got this mission that we got to complete. It's necessary. It's vital. We got to complete this mission. We'll double back, get her, and then we'll figure out, everything else. Pope is like, no, that's not going to work. We have to go now. I need the car now. Mason would not give up that freaking car. So Pope had to go back and see his girl with half her body gone. They done ate half her body. Y'all, I was so mad. And I knew it was happening. I tried to say I knew it was happening. But to see half her body gone, it broke Pope. It literally broke him. You could see that he was done. And when he was there, by the time he got there, Mason, they completed their mission and they circle back and they pull up on Pope on his knees, basically like crying because she died in front of him. She was alive enough to like say goodbyes, but we know, and Pope said it, we know that if that had been one of his sons or Anne, he would have quit that mission so fast to bring the one working car to go get them. It was Tom Mason's fault. Oh, I'm running out of time. I'm gonna fast forward. End of the season, we get Pope, a full-on villain. He keeps trying to kill Mason, and at the end, we have Tom Mason not even kill him. Like, the war is over with, and Pope just dies. He tries to get Tom to kill him because he's like, I'm not even gonna kill you. You actually did save us from the aliens, but just end me. Tom wouldn't even give him the dignity of like ending his life. Disrespectful. Just disrespectful. I'm not gonna go into the last season in depth, but just know the last fight of the aliens, trash. It was just a whole bunch of exposition from the queen alien. It wasn't much. But other than that, I 100% recommend seasons 1 through 3, 4 maybe, 5 nah, they did my boy Pope wrong.